and welcome. Today's video is going to be me introducing the products that I use on myself from head to toe. So here it goes. So first let me start off with the products that I use on my face. The first product is Neutrogena Pure Mild Facial Cleanser. So this is fragrance free, and surprisingly I'm starting to like products which are fragrance free. The fragrance of not having any fragrance, if that makes sense, is like my new fragrance. Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is that I enjoy the smell of the natural chemicals. Yeah, basically I like how this smells, and this is a great cleanser because it is not too stripping on my face. And oh yes, I should have probably introduced the skin type. My skin type is a combination, whereby my T-zone is oily and my cheek and the area around my mouth can get a little bit dry. So this cleanser helps to remove all the oil, but it is not too stripping, which I really enjoy. Because sometimes when when I introduce my next cleanser, I can explain this one better. So this is very mild, and this cleanser I used to use it like 3 to 4 years back, and I could not find it in any other stores. And when I found it again, I was so happy, and I immediately got one of this. So the next cleanser that I like to use is also another Neutrogena cleanser. This is an extra gentle cleanser, and it's also fragrance free, which again, like I said, I enjoy the smell of having no smell. So like it says here, it says adds back moisture every time you cleanse. This is really true though, because if you look at the ingredients, the first ingredient is actually water and glycerin. So that being said, it's really it has a very creamy texture, and it doesn't lather much. But when you have dry skin, it is effective because it does remove the oil. Okay, here's the thing. When I'm sweaty and let's say I'm only washing my face on that day itself, then this might not be the cleanser that I'm using, because if I'm only going to be washing my face once that day, my face is probably quite oily, and I would obviously use the liquid Neutrogena instead, because this has a great, like a high amount of lather, which obviously removes more oil. So this extra gentle cleanser, I use it if I'm going to be washing my face twice. So on the days where I do wash my face in the morning and in the evening, I would probably use this extra gentle cleanser in either the morning or the evening, depending on how my face is. So that's why this is a good cleanser. But if let's say I'm only washing my face on that day itself and I'm only using this, I don't think maybe it does remove the oil, but I just don't get the satisfaction of having to remove of like a very clean face. So yeah, so these are the two cleansers that I use. And moving on to my moisturizer for my skin. So for my moisturizer, what I have is these 3 products. One is the Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer. This is fragrance-free as well. And the next one, which says for combination skin. And then the next one is a aloe vera gel by HOLIKA. And the next one is the Derma-E vitamin C concentrated serum. So what I would like to, so let me talk about this Derma-E serum first. Okay, so this Derma-E serum, it's vitamin C concentrated serum. It has hyaluronic acid. I threw away the box, so I cannot explain as to whether if this is if this contains ascorbic acid or L-ascorbic acid, but this definitely contains fragrance. So in terms of this product itself, I actually got it last year in June, and till now I have not finished this product. There's around like this much left. Reason being, this is not my favorite product. I bought this because I've watched many videos which says like, oh, vitamin C serum that can really help to even out your skin tone and actually help with any hyperpigmentation. And of course, hyaluronic acid is supposed to be moisturizing. However, I did not see any improvement on my hyperpigmentation. And in terms of moisturizing, I don't really see any difference between like a normal moisturizer, like any moisturizer, or even coconut. Like there used to be a time when I used to apply like coconut oil or almond oil on my skin. So really not much difference. And in fact, this serum is actually, it feels quite tacky on my skin. I don't know whether if it's because I maybe applied too much, but yeah, didn't really see much of a difference, and that's why I'm struggling to finish it. And I also not a big fan of the smell. It does not smell like, it just smells like very artificial orange plus lemon, not my favorite scent. So once I actually really want to finish this. Sometimes I even apply it on my hands, on my arms I mean, because I just want to finish it and I don't want to waste it. So coming on to the next product is this HOLIKA aloe vera gel, which has 99%. So this gel has fragrance. I have still not found any products which has a high percentage of aloe vera content and no fragrance. So if anyone knows, please leave a comment below, because I would really like to purchase that. I really enjoy aloe vera. Like this I just started using like since January this year. I really enjoy aloe vera because it has good hydration. In fact, I think the aloe vera gel has better hydration than this Derma-E vitamin C serum. And the fragrance is light and nice, and it kind of leaves my skin hydrated. And because I have oily T-zone, I think this doesn't feel too heavy. Sometimes I even apply it, if it's too hot, I apply it on my arms and legs because it has a nice cooling effect. So overall, I think this is a good product, and I would definitely repurchase this after this finishes. And cool, it has a really nice design, but I'm not the one to care about packaging. As long as the product does its work, I will like easily buy it again. So yeah, moving on to the next one would be my oil-free Neutrogena moisturizer. So for a very long time, my go-to moisturizer was just coconut oil or almond oil or argan oil or jojoba oil. And but when I was going to work, I felt like after a while, like the oil, I don't know if this is true or if it's just my eyes playing tricks on me, but I felt like the oil oxidized, and then it left my skin tone like a bit more darker. So I thought, you know what, maybe I should just get a moisturizer, because my original intention was to use as little products, use as many natural products as possible in its like raw form. So instead of using a moisturizer which has a bunch of chemicals. I mean, of course not all chemicals are bad, but I was in that phase where I was believing that, oh, chemicals must be bad. So yeah, so I eventually got this, and this is for combination skin. I think this is a really good moisturizer. it's a good, okay, let me take that back. It's not a really good moisturizer. I think if I were to compare these two, I would think that the aloe vera gel is still my favorite. Reason being, while this does, hydrate, I mean, it is a very simple moisturizer with, like it leaves my cheeks, like the dry areas, hydrated. It doesn't leave my skin peeling. The only issue is that in like the oily areas on my face, such as my forehead and my nose, when I apply this, I immediately start sweating. I think it's because, like, they say they are using this like a micro sponge something effect, and I feel like that just coats my skin on top, leaving it like once it gets hot, like I'm also sweating with it. So I usually, like, when I'm applying this, I try to avoid my T-zone area so that my face doesn't feel very suffocated. I don't know if anyone has experienced this, but I just feel suffocated if it's too hot. But as in, when I do go to work where it's a fully air conditioned environment, I don't really see that the it's blocking my face. I mean, it's suffocating my face effect. It's mostly when it's hot and when I apply this. So that's why I always use the aloe vera gel when the days are hot. It's one of the best moisturizer. Now, coming on to my shampoo, I would like to introduce this shampoo. So my hair is really dry. I have dry scalp, dry ends, just overall dry curly hair, which is bushy and unruly. And for that, I've tried like numerous shampoos. Like, because of the dry scalp, I do have flaking. I've tried natural shampoos, which means like those using Indian herbs like shikakai powder, amla powder, and I've tried Silky Girl. Wait, did I just say that wrong? Okay, I've tried Sunsilk, I've tried Pantene, I've tried Head and Shoulders, Clear, herbal essences, you name it, I've probably tried it. I started using this coconut oil formula. Actually, my mom bought it for herself like 3 years ago, and I fell in love with the fragrance and for the fact that, one of the most important thing I look at in a shampoo is that it must be with silicone free. If it is not silicone free, I will just not buy the shampoo no matter how good the reviews are. No matter how good a shampoo is, if there is silicone, I will not buy it because I have hair fall issues. My hair has probably dropped like 70%. I'm left with 30% of my hair. It's thin, it's limp, and the last thing I want to do is to put on a shampoo with silicone, let the silicone coat my hair and make it more lifeless than it already is. So this shampoo, I've stuck with it for so long because I think it's a decent shampoo. Like, it is, I think, generally, I mean, comparing to like other shampoos, right, I would say that this doesn't really have much of a difference. It just has a nice smell. It has none of these bad ingredients, and I feel like my hair just sheds maybe like 0.0005% lesser compared to other shampoos that I've tried. So I've been using this. I think, as in, it's not too bad. This is probably like my 5th bottle or something. Yep. Okay. So the next shampoo that I've just recently, like very recently, got, because I wanted to try it out, is this SILKPRO anti-dandruff shampoo. Though this shampoo is like a gem. Like, I just recently found it and I'm so glad I found it because this is pretty life-changing. It really helps to remove the dead skin off of my scalp, and it doesn't have silicone. It has a bunch of really good ingredients such as aloe vera juice, tea tree oil, vetiver oil, lactic acid, menthol, citrus, lime juice, because you know how lime juice is really like one of the natural remedies for dandruff, right? So this is really good, and it doesn't dry my scalp out. It because if I use Head and Shoulders or clear, my hair sheds like crazy and it actually dries up my scalp more. This, my hair doesn't fall out as much, and my scalp is moisturized. Like, I'm actually surprised to say that, but this makes my hair feel soft, not too stripped. So I really recommend to anyone who's suffering from like dandruff due to dry scalp, good shampoo. Now coming on to the body soap that I use is actually this Dove. I mean, I think a lot of people use Dove, and this is a new scent. There's nothing much I can say about Dove because this is like everybody uses Dove, right? So in terms of fragrance, I wish Dove had a fragrance-free cleanser. I would actually get that instead, because I've come to a point of life, like in my teen years, I used to love anything that smelled good. Now that I'm growing old, I really like this whole like no fragrance. I don't know why, like my nose, I almost wanted to say nose bud, but yeah, I don't think that's a thing. Like my nose sensors, if that's a thing. Yeah, basically I'm just using this. It's sometimes I do find that it's quite stripping, but I just douse myself with oil, and that's what it is. So these are the products that I've been using, and hope that this short review is helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.